Today we're going to go over Vankyo's newest headphones called the C751s. Now these are budget-friendly headphones with active noise cancelling that would cost you about 60 bucks. In a box you do get the case, the charging cable which is USB-C, the headphones themselves, an aux cable, and the airplane adapter. For the design, even though it's all black, it's still pretty flashy for me, especially when the sun or the light hits the side panels. It does give that strong metallic look to it. Now overall with that look, I would say it does give a more premium vibe to it, so it doesn't look too cheap at all. When I try these on, it does look a bit bulky on me, so these headphones are pretty big, but it's still foldable so you can easily transport them in your bag. Now I wore these on a hot day, so I did get pretty hot in these, so it will build up some sweat if you are planning to wear these outside. On the right air cup, that's where you get to charge the headphones, and on the left, that's where you do all the commands. The commands are pretty simple on these headphones. You press and hold to change tracks and change the volume. And on these headphones, you have 5 presets EQs which you can switch to just by double pressing the volume down button. Now when you do change the EQ profiles, it'll say EQ1, EQ2, like the number. For me, I just prefer to have it saying bass or treble mode or jazz mode to let me know that which specific EQ is on. When I read the manual, that's when I saw the EQ profiles in a specific order, so for me, I just think that it's just kind of inconvenient for the user to always needing to remember that. These headphones do have their own dedicated ANC button, so you can turn it on without even having to turn on the headphones. Now just remember to turn them off if you're not planning to use them, because I'm pretty sure it will drain out the battery. Now one cool feature for me is it can actually connect up to 2 devices, so you can connect to your personal phone and work phone at the same time. Their cups are pretty thickly padded and they're soft, so overall my head starts to hurt about 2.5 hours, which is normal on most headphones. So how are the active noise cancelling? Now remember, these are only budget headphones, so just don't expect the best. From what I can hear, they can easily block out the low hums like the refrigerator hums or AC or the ventilation noises, but if you're walking around in the city where there's a bus or a train driving by, you're gonna hear that. If you're sitting at a cafe and there's people talking next to you, especially pretty loudly, you're still gonna hear them. Having music and ANC on at the same time will muffle most of that noise out. Now, if you're hearing something very loud like an ambulance, it's obviously that you're gonna hear that. But for the most part, all the ambient noise will be pushed behind the music you're playing, so it's not that bad. Now for the sound. The audio is pretty clean and balanced overall, so I have no issues with it. Going through the EQs, most of them sound really similar. They do have their slight differences, like the bass boost do get a slightly more bass to it, but the treble boost, that one sticks out the most. On the treble boost mode, that one sounds way too sharp for me, so I'm gonna avoid that as much as possible, but all the other ones sounds pretty decent. When you switch the ANC on and off, you do hear a difference between the audio. When I turn on the ANC, in my opinion, it cleans up a lot of the mids and vocals. When it's off, it sounds a bit flat and is more pushed in the background. I guess the best way to describe it is having ANC off is like watching standard definition video, and having ANC on is like high definition video. So for me, I will always have the ANC on just because I think it sounds better. So overall, I have no complaints about these headphones. These are pretty good for $60. The features that really stand out to me on these headphones are the 5 EQs, which is a bit different because usually you would have to download an app to go through them and change them, but these are already pre-installed. And second is you can connect up to 2 phones. You don't have to unpair one to connect to the other one. Once you turn these on, it will connect to both. If you are interested in getting these headphones, I do have the links down below. Please follow me on Instagram, give a like, subscribe, hit the bell, and thanks for watching.